Hello and welcome to the I Can See the Stage From Here show. This is the first show of this type I'm doing. I decided, seeing I go to a lot of concerts and gigs, I'd just do a show talking about where I've been, what concerts are coming up, what's caught my attention. And I want this show to be as much about you, the viewers, as for me. So if you think there's a group I should be looking at, or you see a tour announcement that piques your interest, by all means message me or comment below and we'll see if we can include it on the next show. Initially I'm probably intending to do one of these a month, so the kind of things I'm going to be doing, or I should say my name's Roger Poulter, the kind of things which I'm intending to do is look at where I've been over the last few weeks. So I've called that section I've Seen the Stage. I'll be looking at album announcements. I'll be looking at tour announcements. And I've got a section called Festival Watch where I'll discuss what festivals are coming up and which bands I'd suggest, well, I'd be going to see. I mean, of course, we all have different tastes and everything like that. By all means, when I'm on that section, if you think I should be watching a band at the festival, put it in the comments. And I'll also be talking about what I'm doing over the next few weeks. So, where have I been in the last few weeks? Well, I went to see Mika in Wolverhampton, which, surprisingly, I thoroughly enjoyed. He put on an excellent show. First time I've ever seen him live. I saw him at the Halls in Wolverhampton and loved every minute of it. It was such a happy show, and he's such a good showman. I believe he's playing White Castle later this year, so if you've ever thought, I don't know whether to go and see Mika or not, go and see him. It's well worth seeing. The following week, the following night, I was in, went too far there. I was in Wolverhampton at the Mares Fest. This is a rock festival at KK Steel Mill, a great music venue. Headlining was Terrorvision, and the groups that caught my attention as well as Terrorvision was the Hot 1-2 and the Hot Damn. The Hot Damn being a totally female rock band. Great to see, some really good tunes and very entertaining to watch. Before I go any further, and I know some of you will already know this, but I do have connections with the group Terrorvision who are headlining Wolverhampton. In fact, I was selling their merch that night. So I am slightly biased, but I am a fan of theirs as well. And I'm not being paid to mention them. I'm talking about them as I'm a fan. But just so you're aware, I am connected to them as well. The following week, I was actually with Terrorvision at 3 gigs. The first one being at Newcastle, the Boiler Shop. The Boiler Shop is Robert Stephenson's old steam engine factory. In fact, it's the factory where they built the rocket, and a bit like KK Steel Mill, it's an industrial place, very high ceilings. It's great to watch music there, great atmosphere, and really enjoyed my night there. The following night was the Picturedrome in Home Firth. So in Home Firth, they converted the old cinema to a music venue, and that's the Picturedrome. Supporting Terrorvision that night was Shanghai Trees, and I should have said in Newcastle, supporting Terrorvision was Voodoo Radio, which I'll mention shortly. But in the Picturedrome Home Firth, there was Shanghai Trees, which again I'll mention shortly. And the third night, it was in Southampton, and the support that night was A. All 3 of these gigs were amazing. So I'm not going to drone on about Terrorvision. As I said, I am a fan. If you've never seen them, they're well worth seeing. Last weekend, on the Friday night, I went to the Parish in Huddersfield to see a Shanghai Treason headline show, and they were supported by the Leylines and Paul Henshaw. I've got to say, that lineup of Paul Henshaw, the Leylines and Shanghai Treason must have been one of the best lineups in Yorkshire that night. Thoroughly enjoyed the whole gig, love all of these artists, and it was such a good day out. The following night, I was at my favourite venue, Root Rocks. which is near Doncaster. It's a little village hall in the middle of nowhere where the promoter puts on rock gigs. And it's great. Shouldn't work, but it does. It gets some amazing artists on. And on this night, the headline was Millie Manders and the Shut Up, who I love, and supporting them were Voodoo Radio, who'd supported Terrorvision the week before. And on the whole, the whole night was just brilliant. The bar prices are good. The venue is only 150 capacity venue, but it creates a great atmosphere. The soundman is award winning, and to go and listen to music there, it's just exceptional. So if you've not checked out Root Rocks, check them out. So, what albums have I seen announced this month? So one of the things is, I'm always a great believer you should go out and support live music, and this first announcement I wouldn't have known about if I hadn't gone to see Shanghai Treason at the Parish in Huddersfield. And this is an album by, I don't know why it didn't appear on the screen properly. This is an album by Paul Henshaw, and it's coming out later this month on the 10th of May, and it's called Of No Particular Consequence. Paul Henshaw's a great songwriter, writes some quite deep songs sometimes, but I'm really looking forward to getting this album on my turntable. If you've not heard Paul Henshaw, go and check him out. The next album, which I know is coming out soon, is Kleptocracy by Ferocious Dog. It's another album I'm really looking forward to. So Ferocious Dog are a great punk rock folk group, perform brilliantly, always entertaining to watch. So if you've not checked them out, go and check them out. Another album, and again I only knew about this because I went out to watch this artist, is Millie Manders and the Shut Up. They were playing Root Rocks, and during their performance they announced they've got a new album coming out, and it's coming out on the 2nd of August 2024. Again, Millie Manders, it can be edgy music, but she's a great performer and I love listening to her. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on this album as well. And for me, the biggest album announcement of the month was that by Terrorvision. They last released an album in 2011. They don't release them too often, but when they do, they tend to be corkers. And this album is called We Are Not Robots. And I just love some of these formats they've got. They've got, of course, a vinyl, but it's in a lovely blue colour. They're releasing it on cassette and CD, and you can buy bundles. Go and check them out. I've put links to these, by the way, in the comments below. So if you want to have a look at any of these, have a look in the comments. You'll find all your links to these artists. I should say, by the way, all these artists, I have videos on my YouTube channel, so if you want to check any of them out, do a search on my channel of the artist name and you'll probably find a video by them. Okay, so we're now on to tour announcements. I saw this announcement by the Gypsy Pistoleros. These are like flamenco rock. So, and I haven't seen them yet, but I am going to make a point of seeing them in the next couple of months. I might see them in Leicester or Bradford, or I believe they're playing Melbourne as well, which I don't think is on this poster, but they're fun gypsy flamenco rock group. So I quite like their sound. I've listened to them to their albums, and I quite enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to seeing these live. Another artist that's touring is Ferocious Dog, because with their launch of their Kleptocracy album, they're doing a tour that starts on the 17th of May in London and finishes on the 9th of June in Blackpool. I quite fancy the Blackpool one because it's Blackpool Tower, and I imagine that's going to be quite interesting. But they're also playing some of the other venues like the Nottingham Rock City gig by Ferocious Dog is always a good one. I may try and get myself to that one. So if you come to any gigs and you see me out and about, come over and say hello. It'd be great to meet you. So another tour that was announced this month was the Terrorvision tour in September. Their new album's coming out on the 20th of September, and to coincide with that, they're doing a 9-date tour starting on Friday the 20th in London and finishing on Sunday the 29th in Glasgow. I'm not going to say much more about Terrorvision other than I love seeing them live and I can't wait to see these. So again, if you see me there, come and say hello. And as well as playing with Terrorvision, Tony Wright, who's Terrorvision's lead singer, does his own solo work, and he has this week announced 3 gigs in December. I believe there's likely to be more, so keep an eye on his socials, but the 3 he's announced is Newcastle-under-Lyme, Wolverhampton and Kidderminster. These will all be a great night out. If you've never seen Tony live before, it's difficult to describe what he does. It's acoustic, but it's acoustic rock, and he plays it in a rock style rather than an acoustic style. Always fun night. Everybody seems to enjoy themselves, so hopefully I'll see you there. We're now on to Festival Watch. So what festivals have caught my eye that are coming up in the next few weeks? First of all is Valefest. Now this one has impressed me. I will definitely be at this festival. It's Friday the 3rd to Sunday the 5th of May in Carvale in Bolsover. And the main acts are Millie Manders and the Shut Up, who I've just mentioned. They're brilliant. Pork Pie I've never seen, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. And Headsticks, which I think are a great group. Again, with the Millie Manders and the Headsticks, you can check their videos out on my channel. But what makes this a really good festival is that you've got people like Shanghai Treason, who I've seen recently. You've got Scott Dunican, who's the lead singer of the Bar Stewart Sons of Al Dunican. Always fun to watch. You've got Abdu Japarov. If you've never seen Abdu Japarov, I don't know anything about them. It's the band created by Les Carter, who used to be part of Carter USM. And writes phenomenal good songs, and I can't wait to see him again. So well worth checking out. If you've not listened to them, go and have a listen to their albums. They're brilliant. So there's a song called Monster in My Garden, which I think is an amazing song. There's Jess Silk. There's a Sweet Chunks band. All these bands are great. So Not Quite Dead Yet. They're one of the biggest bands I've ever seen. They've got about 10 members all playing different instruments on the stage, and they play cover versions, but they tend to be cover versions by not your normal cover versions. People like New Model Army and things like that. Well worth seeing. So anyway, so that's, I think, is a phenomenally good festival lineup. Another great festival lineup, and I'm going to try and make at least one day of this festival, if not more, is the A Up Me Duck Festival. You may have heard me mention Rude Rocks. Well, the A Up Me Duck Festival is run by the same promoter as Rude Rocks, and every time he does anything, it's great. So on this, you've got Pet Needs. Now, I've not seen Pet Needs live. I'm looking forward to seeing them live because people keep telling me I need to go and see them. They're doing some great stuff at the moment. You've got Miles Hunt, the lead singer of the Wonder Stuff. You've got the Leylines, you've got Headsticks, you've got Gas Brookfield, you've got Nick Parker. All these are brilliant. You've got Paul Henshaw, you've got Myla Hughes. So it's a brilliant lineup, and it's been a brilliant, weekend of music. So if you're going to Take Me Duck Festival, have a good time. Hopefully I'll see you there. Another festival that's caught my eye is Bearded Theory. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to this one myself, but I just like some of the people on here. So as well as the big names, which you can see from the poster, you've got Bob Villain, New Model Army, you've got Ferocious Dog. And you've got the Punk Rock Factory. Now, if you've never seen the Punk Rock Factory, they're well worth seeing. I saw them at a festival last year. Might have been year before. They were playing cover versions of songs like Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid and from The Greatest Showman. And these songs in a punk rock style are brilliant, and everybody's dancing to them. It's a brilliant show. So if you've never seen the Punk Rock Factory, if I was a Bearded Theory, they would be one of my must-see bands. I'd be straight down there to see Punk Rock Factory. So, but again, a lot of the other people on this bill are brilliant. So have a good time if you're going to Bearded Theory. And the last festival I'm going to mention is Under the Castle. They've got Tom Myhan, who's the ex-Kasabian lead singer. They've got the Blue Carpet People, Hunger Like Henretti, Blackballed and Royal Monster. And they've also got Henshaw Full Band, which is Paul Henshaw's full band, and that will be worth seeing. Out of all those bands, that would be my must-see on that lineup is the Henshaw Full Band. And I believe I will be at this festival, and you'll find me down at the front for that one, if not the others. If you see me there, come over, say hello. And also, if you're going to any festivals that I haven't mentioned, or you know there's some festivals coming up, say in June, put them in the comments. I might talk about them during the end of May show in time for June. So, what am I going to be doing over the next few weeks? Well, I've mentioned I'm going to Valefest, I've mentioned A Up Me Duck, I've mentioned Under the Castle. In addition to that, I'm going to see Mark Chadwick in Hull at the Adelphi in the middle of the month. So Mark Chadwick, if you don't know, is the lead singer of the Levellers. Had some great hits. He's doing an acoustic night. I'm going there because I'm going with some gig friends. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm also, hopefully, will be going to see Nickelback at Birmingham. Nickelback are going to be playing a few dates as part of their world tour round the country. They're playing other places as well. But what's caught my attention with these is that the support is the lottery winners. And I only saw the lottery winners for the first time this year, but they're an amazing band. I saw them doing the headline show at Leeds Stylus, and then a few weeks afterwards I went to Rick Astley gig at Nottingham Arena where they were supporting again. And I've never seen a support band play an arena show for the first time grab an arena audience within a minute of walking on stage. They were astounding to watch, and I can't wait to see them support Nickelback at Birmingham. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And that's pretty much it for the show. So that's what's caught my attention. That's what what I've been doing, what I will be doing. Please leave a comment below. Tell me what you're up to, what gigs you're going to. It's great to support live music. The venues need us, the groups need us. Go out, support live music, find out what people are doing, and I'll see you on the road. And there's only one last thing to say, and that this is Roger Poulter from I Can See the Stage From Here saying goodbye.